all of you who wants to get a better priority booking, the developers have already released. If you are a multi-purchaser, you are buying from your family members, which is one tier away, which is your parents or your siblings, you can go into the priority booking where you book 1 day earlier than the rest. Or you are a loyalty purchaser, which means existing owner of current Guoco, Hong Leong properties or ex-owners. Then you have to prove a few documents which your agent will run through with you. So if you want to go through, if you are part of this group, then of course you can go into your priority booking. Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Real Estate Number 2 Real Estate channel. Today we'll be deep diving into District 3 Penrith. So let's go. Okay, so Penrith will be launching on the 3rd of October. The address is actually at District 3, 70 and 72 Margaret Drive. Developers is by actually Hong Leong Guoco. Another joint project. Recently they finished a Springleaf. So this time they're moving into Penrith. So 462 units, 2-bed, 1-bath, all the way to 4-bedroom plus yard. Okay, so this one, it will span across 2 blocks, mainly 70, 72, and will go all the way to level 40 levels high. Okay, in terms of amenities wise, actually we are 300 meters away from Queenstown MRT station. We are located just right beside Queenstown Primary School as well. And as you all know, along this Margaret district, there are a lot of convenience supermarket, convenience stores. Everything that you need is actually in very close proximity. And of course, my facilities includes my function room, gym, basically tennis court, full condo facilities, and of course, a very wide swimming pool in between 2 blocks. So we went to the show flat. It was quite amazing. Okay, so first question is, Guoco and Hong Leong actually submit top bid for 1154 PSF PPR for this plot of land. In terms of their recent launch prices, how much do you all think the developers will be launching this project for?
For me, I would guess that for Hong Leong, they are very likely to start at a price of 24XX. So how I derive at the amount is basically looking at the bid that the developer bought the land for at 1154. So in terms of break-even wise, after considering that this is a post-harmonized project, I would figure that the break-even price should land around 2,148. And let's say if developer were to have a profit margin of about 15%, we are looking at a launch price starting from 2,470. So I dig into their most recently launched project, which is Springleaf by Hong Leong, right? The profit margin range actually ranges from 15 to 30%. So we could well be looking at somewhere from 2.4 all the way to near 2.8. That's my guess. Yeah.
Numbers wise, I agree with Amanda, but at the same time, right, I also understand that Sterling recently hit 2005 in the resale market. So, and originally I think they wanted to launch the same time as Sky, but now I think they're waiting for Sky's pricing to come out to see how they can be competitive, especially in the smaller units, because I feel that the demographics that's going for the smaller units are actually quite similar for these 2 competing projects. So I do think that yes, I think they can start at 2.4 something, like the second floor, that kind. But yeah, because it is so high, I think it's 40 stories, right?
Yes,
2 blocks
correct.
of 40 stories. So I think after a certain floor, I think the margin jump would start to become very, very big. So actually, I think I will average it to be about maybe 2.8, 2.7, 2.8, thereabout.
Wow, that's all.
I feel like, because Ori when it went all the way up, it was already 3,000.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'm not surprised if the average would be around there.
For me, I think minimally is 20% margin. 20% margin will put them around 2.5. If I would say they will start off with, I would think
2,499.
I think 2.6. I think they'll go with 2.6 PSF, 2.6 PSF, and then of course it's a high level. I think the whole project will average around 2.750.
I feel that it will start at 2.6.
I feel that it will start at 2.6.
I don't think it will start at 2.6, because looking at Sky, it's starting at 2.598. And if I'm Hong Leong, I think I'll know
be
my
competitive
position. Yeah.
I feel the main thing about Lentor Central, the developers, is that because we were at Lentor Central, right? Then I remember during the booking day, they were quite aggressive with the pause.
Price increase?
Yeah, they were quite aggressive with the price increase. I remember Amanda and myself, like, we had to wait about almost an hour for the last price increase. So I feel they will be a bit aggressive, I feel. Okay, so next question is, Commonwealth Towers actually recently launched a 2536 PSF. So something was sold at 2536. I think this is something that agents always talk about, is that when your new launch pricing is potentially selling lesser than your resale pricing, it always enters a very safe benchmark, right? And then as we know that Commonwealth Tower, it's actually right beside MRT station, but when comparing to Penrith, it is still very close. And then this is a 2017 completed project. And if it's going for 2005, okay, so how do you think this news will impact the buyer's performance or belief in Penrith?
I think it really gives confidence to the buyers that are already waiting for Penrith to enter into the project. Yeah. So because at 2,500, we are talking about, we are comparing Commonwealth Towers with Penrith being 10 years apart. Yeah, so that actually gives the buyers of Penrith, especially those that are looking specifically into Queenstown, a window of opportunity to enter. Yeah. If the developer were to really price Penrith to be something that is very close to what the resale is asking for.
Okay, Shah?
Yeah, I agree with what Amanda just said. I think this just shows the new benchmark of what the people in Queenstown are willing to pay. That's how much they value the lands here in this area already. So Penrith being a new one that's only going to probably be done in 2029, that's a very big buffer between Commonwealth Towers as well as even Sterling Residences, which has transacted very similar PSF as well. And Sterling Residences, I would say, is slightly further away from the MRT as well. Yeah, so I think this is a good benchmark to look at lah.
Yeah, for me, I feel this is rare lah. It's rare. This year or maybe the past 3 years, projects resale selling close to new launch pricing is not many districts. 25 Woodlands, there's a big difference in the new launch and the resale. Even for District 18 Tampines side, there's a very big difference between the resale and the new launch. So Penrith this time, for your estates to be selling at this price, which is significantly close or potentially even higher than your new launch pricing, right? Investors normally love this kind of concept. Personally, I feel like. So if you're an investor, even if I enter into 2.5, even if I enter into 2.6, 2.7, even 2.8, I feel it's still very safe because it is almost a 10 years. It is a 10 years difference. So next time, 10 years later, when people are selling, the buyers will only look at the newest project, which is Penrith, compared to Commonwealth Towers. So for me, I feel that fundamentally, the resale, the pricing of this estate makes sense for Penrith.
And don't forget that this is the only post-harmonized in this region here. So the calculation is a bit different, which means that technically, if we were to convert the numbers, Commonwealth Towers have transacted about slightly closer to 2006 already. If we do the conversion, correct. So yeah, it's a good indicator lah.
It is lah. Okay, next question. We have the church, we have Rainbow Centre, we have Queenstown Primary, and then Penrith sharing one road to exit or enter into this particular district lah. So this has been one of the questions that buyers have been asking for. Like, how will we impact the buyers? Okay, for me, I feel that Queenstown Primary School operates on a weekday basis, Monday to Friday, correct? Then for the church itself is more on the weekends. Then for Rainbow Centre, I'm quite sure it's Monday to Friday. I don't know, I never go before. Yeah, so I feel that the different segmentation of timings, right, would allow a more consistent or constant flow of in and out lah. So even for Penrith residences when they're coming out, so far we have never heard that it becomes a problem for buyers coming in and out of this estate. And then of course behind HDB Skyville and HDB Sky Terrace, Sky Park, we have another route that exits to the right. So I don't think that traffic will be a very big problem.
Sometimes I do drive around there because like our colleagues live around there also, so we go and eat together.
Yes.
So far, the timings that I go to usually is lunchtime, and it's always been quite clear. The only I feel not so good part is there's quite a fair bit of traffic light lah. That's all.
Yeah, so
but that helps to clear any potential jam also. So I don't see this small road as a problem because otherwise usually it's really a pure residential road for people to go home only. So far I go, none of the times I've been there has ever been a jam. So I don't think it's a problem.
Okay.
For me, it will be based on personal experience as well. I mean, I drive there in the day and also in the night when I was visiting my clients that are staying around the area. So jam has not been a big issue, or rather, I don't feel like I have to be stuck in that road for a long while. But if I have to really nitpick about this location and how's the driving experience like, something that I really don't like coming from Orchard back to Queenstown, it's really the number of traffic lights.
Yes.
The number of times I can pick up my phone and then reply a text is something that is quite frustrating for me.
Yeah.
But let's say if you are taking public transport, then I don't think that will be a big problem lah. So my problem is less on that one single road that is, shared by the school, the church, as well as the people staying there. But it's more of the experience driving back home from town. Yeah.
Well, how come you start from town? Because you always go town.
Yeah, I always go town. That will always be my reference point.
Everyone, if you love what you're seeing, if you love our analysis and you have any questions, just reach out to our socials. And if you do want to support us and watch more videos like this, do like, share and subscribe. See you soon. Okay, so next question is using Penrith as a comparison with a price budget of 2008 PSF. What other options are there in the new launch market that potentially I can open myself up to?
I think it depends on the number of bedrooms you're going for also.
Okay.
The demographic is different. So I think for 2 bedrooms, right, in the market, honestly, I don't think there's a lot of stocks anywhere already. If we look at Jurong side, right, we're also going about 2002 PSF, which translates to about 1.6 million or so for a 2 bedroom. So if I can get a starting price Penrith at 1.5-ish, right, I think that's a very good benchmark for you to look at. Otherwise, if I go slightly closer to where we are, let's look at Alta. Alta has a 807 square feet unit, 2,700, 2777 PSF. 2777 PSF, yes. So that translates to about 2.24 million. And then if you go down to One North, where I have, if I look at something that's closer to MRT station, the hill at One North, 775 square feet, I can get at 1.9 million, right? And then if I move further away from the MRT station where Bloomsbury is at, 678 square feet, I can get it at 1.638. So these are the ones that are closer to Penrith. So if let's say you do get a good ballot number, and then your numbers are very close to what is available in the market, especially if it's close to like Bloomsbury, this kind, then it doesn't. I feel it's a
no-brainer.
No brainer to go for it lah. Yeah.
For Penrith lah. Even
for Penrith, yes.
Okay. For Amanda?
For me, I will say it from the quantum perspective. Penrith could potentially be launching from 1.5x mil onwards for its 2-bed 1-bath, right? So what I did essentially is to really find out, with a 1.5x mil budget, what can I buy in the CCR and RCR region? Then I realized that actually there are not many options available. The only options would be smaller developments such as the Runs, as well as Gemsview. Yeah, both of which are in the Geylang area, and potentially Sky at Holland if I manage to get a very good ballot number that will allow me to enter at the entry price. So that actually makes me feel that if I am an investor today, this is really a good opportunity, because firstly, if I'm comparing to whatever that's available in the new launch market, the other products are not comparable. Yeah, let's put it up front, given that they are boutique development in a less favorable location. And if I were to compare with the resale is commanding at the same PSF as compared to the new. And if I want to be very niao about it, if a resale is commanding the same PSF as what the new is asking, the real value of the resale is actually a lot higher. Yeah, real value as in the real PSF amount that it is commanding if we were to use the lease top-up method.
So for me, comparing to other launches, this is D3, D5 lah. So the next comparable project that is within a close MRT distance, right? To me, it is really here at One North. So here at One North, my units remaining, it's a bigger unit, 3-bedroom plus yard, plus a bomb shelter. My 3-bedroom would be around the 2.5 range. So 2.5 range is of course a bigger unit, but my Penrith, my C1 layout, which is my 3-bedroom compact, actually 2.0x I can enter. So I feel when it comes to RCR and you want to be, let's say your priority is to be closer to a MRT, then that's the only comparable. Yeah. So I feel in terms of pricing wise, if it's a 3-bedroom, even for 2-bedroom, my price, I think Penrith for me win in terms of pricing. Like I think the land bid pricing they got was really very comfortable, and the resale around the area was a very strong resale also lah. So for me personally, I think options wise, it may still boil down to Penrith. So really depends on your ballot number on that day.
So the conclusion is really, if we are able to enter at the stated pricing, then it is good in that sense.
Correct.
But let's say if, for example, a 3-bedder were to inch, if you are entering the smallest 3-bedder closer to the 2.4 mil, then there are other options available. Then let's say if you are buying for your own stay, then it's for you to weigh whether which is more valuable to you. But
correct.
if it is at 2.0, 2.1, there isn't anything in the new market. There are a few, but they are not close comparison because they are in locations that are less ideal, way less ideal.
So RCR near MRT station, actually not a lot of options now. Yeah, so Penrith here at One North. And here at One North, I'm a big fan also lah. So along this area, really not much options unless you're looking to brighten up your locations lah. Okay, so of course you all know currently there's 5 projects launching: Penrith, Sky, Sen, Zion Grand, Faber. Right, so recently there's a lot of sexy projects launching: River Green, Zion Grand, then Sky at Holland, Promenade Peak, all very sexy projects, very like tall lah, twin towers and all that. Then when it comes to Penrith, we've been to the show, like it just feels like very normal. It's a very normal project, but of course not of sexiness. It's not as sexy lah, right? So what do you think? Is this a concern for buyers or Charlene?
For lifestyle buyers, maybe like Amanda, she'll be like, yeah.
Yes, she's an orchard.
Yeah, it's like just very mundane, just like another A-B project, that kind of thing. But if we just go back to the numbers itself, like if you're just someone that's a very logical person, there's close to 25,000 HDB units in this vicinity alone. So, and majority of the resale market that has been doing very well in the private resale market, come from the HDB upgraders here. And majority of these HDBs are crossing the $1 million mark one. So whether we like it or not, right, there is just such a strong support system for this location and this project. So for people who just want a very safe entry, of course the entry price still matters lah, but based on the starting price, if you get a good ballot number, I would say this is a very safe entry product.
Amanda?
I hate to agree, but I agree that I agree that it's a project that, it's a safe project as compared to other projects that leave you questioning whether, you are buying the lifestyle only or, is there any investment value. Whereas for this project, I would say it's like a woman, it's a plain Jane. Yeah. Nothing more to offer, but also has everything it needs. Next door is like yes. So that's the best way to put it. Then again, the question goes back to the buyer. I mean, you as a buyer, what is your objective of this purchase? If your objective is, investment in nature, then I think that this is a very good product. On the basis that there must be a walk-away price that you must set for yourself. Yeah, it's a good product. Only on the basis that, it doesn't cross a certain amount. Yeah.
For me, I keep saying this word fundamental, but Amanda don't like this word. But to me, it's a fundamental project, which means near MRT, got school, got HDB upgraders. And by the way, your HDB upgraders are the most expensive cluster in Singapore, 1.6, 1.5 million. These are your exit buyers. And then facilities wise is full condo facilities. When we even look into the floor plan, 2-bedroom are in between the 3 and the 4. One level, I got six units, 3 leaves per block. So it's a project that they didn't do anything wrong. So to me, it was a very safe bet because the essentials are all there. Right, your floor plan, your 2 bedrooms have this, your 4 bedrooms have that. It's a very safe project. It's not as sexy, but I think one of the hard thing that we need to understand is that sometimes being a sexy project and being a profit earning project may not be the same thing. Yeah, I think in Singapore there are some very sexy projects, like for example in District 3, District 4, down south. Very sexy, but performance not as fantastic. To me, this project, the developers did a very safe bet. So it's like, okay lor, you like this area, you want to get something new, it's a very safe project. It cannot go any wrong.
So nothing to shout about in terms of like
Correct.
the features, the floor plans, but there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah. It's like a Ori. It's like a not wrong project. I think Ori maybe it can be a bit sexy, but this project is just nothing wrong, really nothing wrong. But we know that it will do well. Yeah, okay.
It's like a law me at it.
Why?
I thought it's like a Thai fund.
Like Messi.
Thai fund economical rises in.
Okay, so our last question is, as a buyer of Penrith, at this period, your agents will call you to go and see all 5 projects for sure. Okay, so I feel that if you should go and allow yourself to go and look at all these projects. Potentially, if you want something that's a bit more hot, then you can go for Sky, Penrith. So really depends on the location that you want. I feel that if you want near MRT station, then these 2 projects comes in mind. So please go down, take a look, because at the end of the day, it still boils down to your ballot number. Just because if you like Penrith a lot, but then your ballot number is at the end. But for example, if you ballot for Sky and your Sky is it's in front, then you shouldn't restrain yourself to just getting Penrith. You should open up yourself for the better ballot number, I feel. Okay?
For me, I agree with Jason, half in that, you should explore. But usually I advise my client, when it comes to buying property, it's very important, as much as you are very enthusiastic and as much as we are willing to bring you around, right? It's very important to conserve your energy. So really be clear on your purpose. And let's say if you know that, perhaps 2 out of the 5 project will not meet your objective at all, then my advice is don't even enter that project. Yeah, don't even enter that show flat to view it, because then you are allowing your emotion to get a better hold of you. Because chances of this project, looking good is quite high. Yeah, especially for projects that, in the outskirt area, they tend to have more room in terms of how much they can create within that space itself. So while I agree that you have to be open, but you also have to be very sharp in terms of your purpose and whether that project can lead you to your purpose.
Okay, Charlene.
Yeah, I agree more with Amanda because we have seen a lot of clients, right, that they just want to see everything. Actually, there is a purpose. Then the more they see, right, then suddenly the purpose diverse.
Yeah, because maybe the ID here nicer, then gone already.
Correct. Saying the ID is more important than the investment aspect itself. So it's very important that you sit down with your agent. Make sure you always run through the purpose before you enter into the development. Shortlist before you even just randomly walk into the show flat. Yeah, because many times, right, we see a lot of buyers, they suddenly got one, like the master bedroom got a curved window, right? Suddenly it's the best investment ever, even though the numbers don't make sense. It's something like me like that.
We know which curve window.
Curve, OMG.
Okay.
Yeah, so very important that we always come back each and every time to the main purpose of the purchase before you make any final decision. Yeah, so don't just anyhow walk into a show flat. Yeah.
Okay, so last one is we always end up, we will end off with own stay or investment. So I'll start first. Do we shout at the same time? I can't remember.
We can.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Investment.
Oh,
wow.
This is the first time we all said the same thing. Yeah, I said investment. Okay, for me, near MRT, got school radius, strong exit buyers, RCR, price, new launch at resale pricing, and then location to the central of Singapore also very good, RCR projects. So fundamentals, all the fundamentals that makes a good project is available for me. Then no odd floor plans, all very proper floor plans as well. So for me, it is a very strong investment. Why it's not own stay for me? Because I generally don't like too many people. I just feel that the HDB estates, the clusters around, although they are $1 million HDBs, I understand that, but I just feel it's a bit too many people for me. Yeah, but I know that feeling doesn't equate that, it's it will affect my performance or capital appreciation. Penrith will still do well for sure, but it's just that in terms of own stay doesn't really fit me lah. Okay, for Charlene.
Yeah, so it's a girl next door product. It's the kind your girlfriend you bring home, your mother sure like one. They will approve of everything: location, amenities, accessibility to everything. It's all there. Got school, although the school is like not the.
All schools are good schools.
All schools are good schools.
But
But you know, some people have like
high
different high expectation. This one still have school, just not like the top tier, that kind. So I think very safe bet. Own stay wise, actually, I wouldn't mind own stay, because yes, although like within the Dawson area there's a lot of people, but I think for me it's more important that within the development itself, I just don't like to have so many. And this one, it's not too many. I think it's just nice. Nice enough that the maintenance fee is not too high also. Right? Then I still get healthy number of people inside and that kind of thing. So I like it overall.
Okay, Amanda?
Investment for me, because if I were to compare the three fronts, looking at what has already been transacted in the new launch market, what has already been transacted in the resale market, as well as what is coming up based on the upcoming GLS, I know that the price is something that is very safe. Because the price that Penrith is asking could well be the future OCR pricing. In fact, it is confirmed. So in terms of investment metrics wise, it kind of hit everything. Not for own stay. It's really because of I think I personally prefer to stay at somewhere that is closer to the main road, where driving is a lot easier with lesser traffic lights, as much as that sounds very pampered. And also I prefer a project with a larger land size, which Penrith to me is not something that is ideal for my lifestyle, where I like to walk within the development itself.
Okay, so as always, just want to give a huge shout out to Kairos Interior Studio for loaning us a place once again. If you guys have any consultation on your interior design, you're getting a new home, you need some ID advice, please reach out to them. Their link is in our bio. And as always, thank you all for tuning in. If you guys need any advice or property related matters, please just reach out to us. Our mobile numbers are in the link as well. And then we will see you on the very next episode. Bye.